All right, let's go back now to what happened in your injury, all right? So you have, your first memories are of basically getting the nurse's attention by telling her you didn't like to be poked anymore. Is that right?
That is the best way to describe it. As I was saying, I was telling someone the other day, there's a website called caringbridge.com or .org, and it's a site where other people are having trauma. And there's one fellow down in Chattanooga, Tennessee right now at Siskin Rehab Center who had a car accident recently and is trying to he's still in a coma at this moment, but he's blinking and he's just doing the standard things of trying to come out, and they keep posting updates, and they said one of the updates was describe how you could tell if someone's coming out of the coma. I said, well, as long as they're in the coma, they're in what we call their safety zone. So there's no harm, no recrimination, nothing to bother you for being there. But the nurses will prod you and poke you, and people aggravate you to death, and the only way to get out of it is to wake up and say, leave me alone.
So you were basically waking up to be left alone.
Yes, So I could just tell somebody, leave me alone.
Once you wake up, they don't leave you alone, though, do they?
Pretty much. But they don't leave you alone as to let you go back into your safe zone, but they leave you alone except for the therapies that you need to get better.
Right. So what happens? You've woken up, let's say it's 4 weeks after injury. Tell me the process you go through from this point.
Well, I kind of remember waking up and my mother was sitting at my bedside. And of course, I want to know who all knows where I am, because I have a job, I have car payment, you have responsibilities. And so if you're just back in a hospital, you want to know where you are. So I couldn't talk because of the tracheotomy in my throat. So I turned to her and I pointed at, what is this thing? And she says, that's your breathing tube. And I just, Pam was my roommate. And she said, yes, she knows. And then another therapist a therapist came in after that and offered me a breathing treatment because they were trying to get me off of the trach.
Do you remember any part of being in ICU? You're in ICU when the gun thing happens?
No, I was in. They had moved me they moved me out of ICU after I want to say 3 weeks. They had me in. I can't think of it, but it was non-intensive ICU.
And so they had you in a more of a normal ward.
Right, step down ward.